Hey y'all, how are y'all doing today, y'all? How's it going? Hey Raphael, how are y'all? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Sorry, happy Thursday. I'm getting my days mixed up, y'all. How are y'all doing today, y'all? We got some some news for y'all today, y'all. It's a lot going on, y'all. Is it not? Hold on, let me turn my jazz music off. I had to listen to some Boney James, y'all. I love me some Boney James. But I hope y'all having a wonderful day today. And yo, we is about to go over this situation. Y'all know it's hot and popping with Charles Kirk. Y'all, this situation is kind of crazy. A lot of people are saying it's very suspicious. Smash the like button as y'all come in the building. Y'all, there was a situation. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me pause this. There was a situation with Charlie Kirk. He was he was an activist, and he was at Utah delivering a speech. And when he was delivering the speech, he got assassinated. They say this, was a sniper pretty much. He went and basically like aimed, shot, and fired, and it hit him in the neck and basically killed him, assassinated him while he was delivering a speech to a group of, I believe, 3,000 Utah students at the college. So now they are saying, in turn, we just got this news that the HBCUs, because of the situation, that the HBCUs are now on lockdown. So y'all, we're gonna get into it. Charles Kirk's casket is arriving in Phoenix, so that's what's going on right now. Hey Tehran, hey Grayson, Raghan, Miss Truth will win. Hey y'all, welcome in the building, y'all. Smash the like button. We're gonna do 2 lives tonight because this is all kind of news going on. So right now we're doing Charles Kirk, and then the next live is going to be okay, finesse 3 times. Cause y'all, I'm telling you, Mary Ann, she snapped out and let us know that she went to go tell them people on Umar finesse 3 times. But we'll get to that in the next live. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, and y'all, we are gonna get into it. So this situation, they are saying there's a lot of people saying that Kirk, hold on real quick, let me move this over just a teeny bit. They are saying that Kirk is a racist. They are saying that Kirk is a racist. Now, he has a lot of bad stuff out there. Y'all know we love everybody here at the lounge, right? But the stuff that he was saying, you guys, we're going to go over some of the stuff some of the stuff he was saying about black people was very disturbing, right? I mean, it's almost like Umar Johnson, what he says about the snow bunnies. But y'all, he was being really very disrespectful. People are calling him a racist. But y'all, we are going to go over some of his stuff that he's saying. It's very very nasty and very demeaning, what he says about black people. So with that being said, we're gonna go over video, and hold on real quick, you guys. We're gonna go over a video and see what's going on, because right now his casket is arriving. But when they caught the person, they were saying it was a young person. First they were saying it was an old person who shot him. Then they were saying it was a young person. I mean, y'all, the story is all over. A lot of people are saying it's very suspicious as to what's going on. And they are saying, pulling all kind of videos out, saying that he was basically a racist. I've seen some videos, and I'm like, he's saying some pretty rough stuff. But nobody deserves to die over whatever they believe in, right? I don't believe just because you believe this way, you believe that. Whatever doesn't constitute nobody killing you or assassinating you at all. Nobody deserves to be their life being taken because what they believe in. If that's what he believes in, so be it. But at the same time, when things happen, this is when y'all know politics, they be digging up them videos saying, showing all kind of speeches when he was on the airplane, when he was getting on the airplane. He was asking, I believe if the black pilot was certified or something like that. Like all kind of crazy stuff, y'all. I was like, oh my god, goodness. Hey, Craig, Mississippi, how are you? Now, Liz, Jeff, how are y'all? Welcome in. Smash the like button. So, y'all, we are gonna let me pull up this video, because when I say this situation with him is crazy, there's a lot of different people's saying a lot of different things, but let me see. So this is where they released, hold on real quick, let me find it. I'm sorry, hold on real quick, you guys, because it's a lot. There's so much going on with this situation. So this video right here is talking about them investigating the situation. Because at first, I'm like, how is it that an old man is going to climb up the building to go and do like an assassination attempt? I didn't believe that. Did y'all believe it? Hey, my baby Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy says, Jamil says, salute beautiful. Smash the like button, everybody. Yes, smash the like button. My baby is in the building. Y'all, we're going to get into this video. And this video says investigators piece together Charles Kirk's shooting suspects' movements before the situation happened. Hold on just a second, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, Bronze, how are you? Craig, Mississippi says, a best friend of his is black. Wow. I mean, probably so, but they were saying all these videos that I seen, they were saying, a whole bunch of stuff, and they were showing videos of him talking and saying a whole bunch of stuff. Now, we're going to go over some of it, though. It's like, some of the stuff is very disturbing. Like I said, nobody deserves to be killed for what they believe in. But some of the stuff he was saying about black people, I found it to be very, 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 very offensive. And my family is mixed of every race, probably. Not every race, but a lot of different races, right? But at the same time, it doesn't constitute, if he believes in that, he believes in it, hey, let him be, just like everybody has a different religion. Let everybody, believe in what they believe in. If you believe in God, Buddha, whoever you believe in, it's okay. But, it doesn't constitute somebody shooting you or killing you, assassinating you for that reason. But even though he said some harsh things, doesn't constitute him losing his life. But y'all, we're gonna get into this video and we're gonna see what's going on in these streets, y'all. But let's turn the camera and let's go ahead and get into it, you guys, because there's a lot going on with this situation, y'all. But let me open this a little bit and let's see what he is talking about. Let me turn my heater off. Hold on, because it's probably loud. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it and see what is going on.
The conservative political activist, the close ally of President Trump, was speaking at an event at Utah Valley University yesterday, when authorities say someone on a rooftop fired a single shot. The shooter then escaped into the chaos of the crowd. Moments ago, though,
hold on just a second.
Gave an update on their investigation, and it does sound like they have very, very good information about the person who they are chasing, and video of his moments after the shooting. They say a weapon has been recovered. Listen to this.
We have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle. That rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon.
Now, we spoke to one of the witnesses last night on the Daily Report who says he was just 15 feet in front of Kirk at the moment. Watch.
All of a sudden, we were all piling on the ground. I just remember instinctively shouting, no, 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 no. I reached for my phone to text my wife and to tell her.
Oh, wow. My baby Jamil says an inside job. Probably so. I mean, what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's an inside job? Y'all smash the like button. Tell me yes or no in the comment box. Do y'all think this was an inside job? Smash the like button, y'all. This is crazy.
That there was a shooter and that I loved her in case anything happened to me.
April says yes.
On both sides of the aisle have condemned the violence. Take a listen.
In this country, we have the First Amendment. We have freedom to speak what's on our mind.
My baby
and
said yep.
Shouldn't get shot because we believe in our system of democracy, conservative, liberal, whatever you are, you shouldn't be shot for your beliefs.
This is horrific. This is awful. And the assassination of Charlie Kirk risks an uncorking of political chaos and violence that we cannot risk in America.
We've got team coverage of all of this for you this morning. Natalie Brand is standing by in Washington for a reaction from the White House. Anna Schechter will have more on the investigation. But first, I want to get to CBS News reporter Andreas Gutierrez, who's joining me live from Orem, Utah. Andreas, what are you learning and what are you hearing from the Utah community this morning?
Well, Vlad, besides that murder weapon being analyzed, the FBI right now also working to analyze some footwear impressions as well as some forearm impressions they got of the suspect. So they have been working throughout the night in gathering this evidence, and those are some new pieces of information that we've received. They've also been able to develop a better timeline. We now understand that the gunman showed up here to the campus of Utah Valley University 8 minutes before the noon event yesterday, and then moved through the staircase wells of a building nearby about 200 yards away from where Charlie Kirk was speaking, went to that rooftop, and ended up taking that.
And y'all, can y'all see how many students there were? They were scraping and scrambling to get on up out of there. Y'all, this is sad. And then they said they didn't have even security. Hey, Anonymous, how are you? Y'all smash the like button. This is crazy, y'all. This is unbelievable. But let's continue, y'all.
Sniper's position. They then captured him on surveillance camera leaving the building from the opposite side of where he fired that single shot and moving down through the staircases and off the campus. Ended up going into a nearby neighborhood. The investigators have canvassed that neighborhood. They have asked those individuals, homeowners, to provide Ring doorbell, and they are compiling leads at this hour to try to get a better understanding as who this individual is. And they are confident that they have the technologies available to go ahead and to identify this individual before they start releasing the name and photographs out to the general public. So they are quite confident that the technologies will be able to identify this individual. There were 2 individuals that were taken into questioning yesterday. They've been released. One of them was charged with obstruction of justice, but they've also noted that these individuals have been harassed since those names have been released. We are not naming them here on CBS News, but their names are out there on social media, and apparently they have been harassed. The FBI...
Y'all, look at all of those people. Do y'all see how many people it was? That is a lot of people. A lot of people. For a situation like this to happen at a college university, this is crazy.
Asking the public not to do that. And as you said, there is just overall a lot of shock and awe out here about what happened yesterday. Politicians, as you heard, condemning the political violence, but out here, just people having to experience the trauma of seeing Charlie Kirk getting assassinated in front of them. There were 3,000 people in attendance. Security also being questioned here, given that amount of people. There was no checkpoints. There was essentially no checking of tickets for the public coming in, so anyone could just...
See, you guys, there was no... Let me turn the camera real quick. It was like an open venue. That you just walk in and have a seat and do whatever, wait for the speech. It was no security from what he is saying. This is crazy. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's continue. This is crazy.
Come into this open venue, and so those 3,000 that were in attendance, there were about 6 campus police officers that were guarding the perimeter of this particular event. But again, could have probably not done much given the position of where this shooter ended up firing off that single shot.
So, Andreas, we just heard from FBI and the special agent in charge, and remarkably, and I think this is good news for people who are worried out there because this suspect is still at large, that they have extensive video, and they've also recovered the weapon that was used in the assassination.
Absolutely, Len. And at this point, they essentially will rely on, the license plate readers that are in the area. They'll tap into those databases. They'll also go ahead and tap into the vast surveillance systems around here and try to see if they could perhaps use any AI technology, perhaps that now is out there available to them, to see if they can target, zero in, and trace the steps of this individual before and after he ended up doing this assassination.
All right, Andreas Gutierrez reporting live from Orem, Utah, the site of that heinous act of political violence yesterday. Andreas, thank you very much. All right, let's get now to CBS News White House correspondent Natalie Brand. She is joining us from the White House. Natalie, as you know, Charlie Kirk was not officially part of the administration, but he was very close with the president. He was especially close to Vice President J.D. Vance and the president's son, Donald Trump Jr. Can you just describe his influence? And we've seen the president angrily yesterday reacting to the news, and again this morning with the news that he's going to award him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Just give us the macro view of how influential and how loved he was by members of the Trump world.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to why the president and his team, White House officials here, simply devastated by this political assassination. You know, there were tears at the White House yesterday. It's a very somber day, always on 9/11, but I think you could hear it in the president's voice.
Oh yeah, you guys, I forgot to tell y'all, today is 9/11. Like not much that I've seen has been said about 9/11 today that I've seen. I mean, maybe y'all seen some 9/11 content out there, but today is 9/11, and how is it that this happened before 9/11? It is crazy, but let's continue listening.
He was speaking at the Pentagon a short time ago, and it speaks to the closeness of their relationship that he opened his remarks at the 9/11 remembrance ceremony at the Pentagon with a tribute to Kirk and this announcement that he would be bestowing on him the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously. Take a listen to a little bit more of what he had to say.
Before we begin, let me express the horror and grief so many Americans at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk have felt. Charlie was a giant.
Is Trump okay, y'all? I mean, he seemed like he a little sleepy, but I don't know, y'all. Let's continue listening.
Of his generation, a champion of liberty and an inspiration to millions and millions of people. Our prayers are with his wonderful wife, Eric, and his beautiful children. Fantastic people they are. We miss him greatly, yet I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on. I'm pleased to announce that I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential
Facts,
Medal of
Anonymous.
Freedom. The date of the ceremony will be announced, and I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd. Very big.
And let me say this, Anonymous brought up a good point. Anonymous said no child should have to see a person or parent get executed. It's a goddamn shame and sick. That is sad. I feel sorry for them children. I think if, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is did I hear or read that his wife was pregnant and then they have two little ones? I know they have two little ones, but I don't recall. I thought I heard somebody say in my research that his wife was pregnant, but let me know. Put a yes. Okay, Anonymous says yes. Yeah, so that was like 2.5 babies. Pretty much 2.5 babies. The baby in the belly is not going to ever be able to see the father. And that is sad, y'all. That is really sad. But y'all, let's continue listening to Trump the skunk.
Thank you.
Last night, in a video message, the president also noted his anger and grief. He blamed rhetoric from the left, although, again, as you've been talking about, this investigation still in its...
Hey, Bronze, I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that this is a, like, derailment for the Epstein files? Put a yes or put a no. I'm trying to figure out. This story is sad, but is this like a derailment to take people off the Epstein files, y'all? I mean, they've been asking for them Epstein files for a very, 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 very long time. But y'all, let's continue.
Very early stages, so unclear what the exact motivation here was, but just the sense of grief here at the White House.
Got some
the
yeses.
Vice President, in an extremely personal and lengthy account on social media, detailed his relationship with Kirk and how Kirk helped him really launch his political career and advocated for him to become Trump's running mate, noting that some of the most successful events organized on the campaign trail were not organized by the campaign, but by Kirk's group, Turning Point USA. He went on to say he wasn't just a thinker, he was a doer, turning big ideas into bigger events with thousands of activists, Vlad.
Wow. My baby Jamil says smash the like button, y'all. Y'all smash the like button. It's going down over here, y'all. I'm telling you. 2025, let me turn the camera. 2025 has been like the year of craziness. I don't know how else to say it. Ever since day one, the 2025 has been crazy. 2025, January 1st, 2025, it's been so much craziness going on. But y'all, we are already in September and it's been 11 things that has been going on. From plane crashes, buildings blowing up, people getting killed, ran over, getting stabbed on the train, all kind of craziness. But y'all, let's continue.
Encourage everyone to read the post by the Vice President of the United States, where, as you say, Natalie, he is very pointed in sharing some very personal details about his relationship with Charlie Kirk, even going back to the moment where they first met and how Charlie reached out to him, and what Charlie Kirk did, which was to debate. He may not have agreed with his points of view, but he was always warm. He was always open to debate. And
thank you, Bronze.
He had always done, which is engaging young people and encouraging them to be part of the civic lesson here. All right, Natalie ran for us at the White House. Natalie, we appreciate you. Let's dig a little deeper into the investigation. Let's bring in CBS News senior coordinating producer for crime and public safety, Anna Schechter. Anna, just give us an update. We just heard from the special agent in charge of the investigation from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. But what more can you tell us about what's happening behind the scenes for this manhunt?
Sure. Well, investigators say they are.
And y'all, this was earlier when they were looking for the person who, the suspect who did this. So this is an earlier video, but y'all, let's listen and see what they had to say about when they were trying to find this person who did this.
Confident that they will be able to identify the individual. They say they have good quality video, but from my read of that press conference, they don't have a name ID yet. And if they wind up needing the help to identify
who
the individual is, they might go to the public. So let's take a listen to the Utah Department of Public Safety, a lead, that is Bo Mason, and he had this to say about where the investigation stands.
So what I'll release about the suspect is the suspect blended in well with a college institution. We're not releasing many details right now, and we will soon. But right now we're not. But that individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual. If we're unsuccessful in identifying them immediately, we will reach out for the public's help and the media's help in pushing those photos.
So he and his team are going through surveillance footage. If they have some kind of sense of a vehicle, license plate readers, they're going to be pacing local businesses, certainly wanting to limit how this individual might be able to travel and leave the area. So all of that is underway. You had dozens of agents descend upon the campus yesterday, but they were tripped up, essentially. They delayed themselves by the confidence that was expressed when there were those two individuals who were arrested. One immediately, that individual was determined not to be the shooter. He was let go. Then they took into custody a second person that individual was also let go. So a lot of confusion. And unfortunately,
The gunman showed up here to the campus of
Oh,
Utah
hold on,
Valley
you guys.
University.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Mason, and he had this to say about where the investigation stands.
So what I'll release about the suspect is suspect blended in well with a college institution.
Wow.
We're not releasing many details right now, and we will soon. But right now we're not.
And this is earlier, like I said, I'm gonna do the video on the suspect after this, you guys. But let's continue.
That individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual. If we're unsuccessful in identifying them immediately, we will reach out for the public's help and the media's help in pushing those photos.
So he and his team are going through surveillance footage. If they have some kind of sense of a vehicle, license plate readers, they're going to be casing local businesses, certainly wanting to limit how this individual might be able to travel and leave the area. So all of that is underway. You had dozens of agents descend upon the campus yesterday, but they were tripped up, essentially. They delayed themselves by the confidence that was expressed when there were those two individuals who were arrested. One immediately, that individual was determined not to be the shooter. He was let go. Then they took into custody a second person, that individual.
I don't understand how they arrested like a couple of people, right? The first one looks like an old man. You know, it looks like, how in the world did they arrest him? His pants was down and everything. How in the world was he supposed to be climbing up on this building as old as he looked, right? I mean, you know, there's older people in shape, but he didn't look like he was that type of person. But people will do anything. We can't, judge the book by its color, his cover, not color, book by its cover, right? But y'all, let's continue.
Was also let
my baby
go.
said right.
Confusion, and unfortunately, that lent a little bit of too much confidence to teams working the case, thinking they might have the person who carried out this assassination, and they did not. That gave that individual time to get away. But what I will note also, as Andres was saying earlier, they have a footprint, they have a forearm print, a palm print. That can help them, but it can only go so far. I think that the technology of surveillance footage is really going to be the key here.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a world now, Anna, where there are cameras everywhere, and my guess is that the FBI has been able to access those cameras, especially on a college campus, which in recent years has stepped up security, and so I have no doubt that the FBI will eventually find the person who committed this heinous act. Anna Schechter, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
All right, and that's it for that one. So let me go and get the other video lined up, you guys. I'm telling you, this this situation at hand is crazy. And like I said, the people that they arrested was it was crazy how they did that. It was really crazy. It was really, really crazy. But let me see. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Just a second, y'all. Let me cue this up. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna play some music real quick. Just so I can hold on. Give me like maybe 2 minutes, y'all. I'll be right back. Baby says 404 in the building. Smash the like button. Yes. Baby, can you come in real quick? Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you cue? Can you cue the thing up for me?
Oh.
Go and pin my
I think it's in your phone.
I can't do it that way.
Cue it up where?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I am back. But y'all, this situation is sad. I'm trying to queue up the next video. So when they went And they caught this one person, this older guy. Like I said, it looked very suspicious, right? And a lot of people were even saying, even since last night, that this whole situation was kind of suspicious. It didn't have no security. And y'all know already, as after 9/11, you know, in the airports, at concerts, you know, at these certain venues, they have, like, you know, security. They got police normally, and they did not have that for this situation. And I don't know why they didn't think to have that security, especially coming up on 9/11. It didn't make sense to me and to a lot of people. But let me go to the next video and show where let me see where this situation it's crazy. It's really crazy. Y'all smash the like button. We got 474 people in the building. Smash the like button, you guys. This situation, like I said, it was sad, it was horrific. Nobody, just because what they believe in doesn't give nobody the rights to take somebody out. No, you don't have the right to take somebody out from this earth, right? Nobody, right? Hey, Celebrity Scandalous, how are you? Welcome. Nobody deserves to be killed for what they believe in. Even though I said he has some horrible things that he said about black people, true indeed, and we're going to go over that. But at the same time, with this situation, let me see. With this situation, it's very, very crazy. It's very, very suspicious. But let's see. Let me see if I can get this video. Let me see if I can get this video up and queued up. Celebrity says, yes, I agree. They should not have done that. Yeah, they shouldn't. They should not have done that. I feel sorry for the children.
There's 2 of them there now.
Okay. Let me see. Can you come here real quick, babe? Just real quick. Hold on, y'all. So this situation. Let me see. Okay, which one? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Let me see.
You got 2. Where's the
right there. Hold on. I'm bringing up this video so we can see, because this stuff, like I said, a lot of people was like, something just ain't right with this picture. It is a little bit or a lot of bit fishy. I think a lot of it.
1 and 2.
Okay. Wait, that one's that one.
No, this one and this one.
Wait, which one?
This is a speech.
Okay.
And that is the release.
Okay.
This is the speech, that's the release.
Okay. Thank you, Dad. Okay, I'm back. So, okay, I think I just, let me see. All right. So let's listen to this special report and see what they have to say, and let's continue. Let's continue. Let me turn the camera and get back situated, and then we can listen to this special report. Anonymous, you is on top of it tonight. Thank you so much, all of my mods. Thank y'all, and smash the like button, y'all. This situation is very, very crazy.
Hi, everybody. 9:14 on the East Coast and 7:14 in Utah, where the FBI and local officials are about to give an update on the investigation into yesterday's shocking assassination of Charlie Kirk. Let's listen in.
Freedoms of this country. And instead, we find ourselves today hunting a murderer who chose to violate our rights, the rights of an individual within this country. Just to recap yesterday's events, at around 12:20 p.m., political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed. Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family. Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they faced scrutiny, they faced threats. We asked the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that.
Facts.
I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock, all day yesterday, through the night last night. Investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and many others. Those are just a few of the people that we have involved in this. I'd like to thank all of them for their strong work. Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter. Starting,
y'all, we got 500 and some people in the building. Y'all smash the like button, y'all. This story is crazy. Let's continue.
At 11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time. We are working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now, and we would like to move forward in a manner that keeps everyone safe and moves this process appropriately. Last night I communicated with Erica.
So let me see. The Truth Alex says, what does this have to do with HBCUs? They are saying that because of this shooting, because it was at a college, I guess it's putting threats on the HBCUs. So the HBCUs are going on lockdown. So we're gonna go through that video next.
The family's devastated.
And also they are saying that his body is being transported to Arizona right now as we speak.
As a commissioner of public safety, as a father, as a husband, I can only imagine what that family's going through. The heinous event that happened yesterday is not Utah. This is not what we're known for. Over the past several weeks, we've seen this state come together to help families in mourning, come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of character, of service, of camaraderie, of a neighboring feel.
Oh, wow, celebrity.
We will not stand for what happened yesterday. We are exhausting every lead. We have every officer invested in this, every investigator, every local agency. The outpouring of support from the law enforcement community has been astounding. We are investing everything we have into this, and we will catch this individual. Having walked through the crime scene, through the hallways of this school, through the classrooms, I can't imagine what the people on scene felt as well. A horrific event where some of them barricaded in classrooms, some of them ran in fear. Can't overstate the tragedy and the horrific event that yesterday was, and how we will have.
Now, I have a question, y'all. I have a question. Celebrity says, yes, the Halloween decorations are lovely. Thank you, guys. Thank you, y'all. Yes, we love Halloween. My little door right there fell off. It's Halloween. Our little Halloween Christmas tree. But y'all, back to the story. Remember when last year when Trump was allegedly tried to they were trying to assassinate him, and those were failed attempts. But this guy right here, it only took one shot, and it killed him out of like 2 or 3,000 people in a crowd. Y'all, this is why people are saying this is so very suspicious. But let's continue listening to this briefing right here, y'all. Smash the like button.
To bring to justice the actions of one individual or any other individuals that assisted in that. Our state has gone through a lot, and we will come out successful. And with that, I'll turn the time over to Special Agent Bowles.
Anonymous.
Good morning. My name is Robert Bowles, and I am the Special Agent in charge of the Salt Lake Field Office. Following yesterday's tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk, FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until we find the person that has committed this heinous crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
And y'all, let me say this. Whoever this person was, y'all, when I say they was right on the target, I mean from shooting up on them buildings, right there in a crowd of 2,000 to 3,000 people, and nobody else caught that bullet. And you know, sad to say that this happened, y'all. But I'm saying this person had to be like a what's it called? Like a sniper. This person had to be a trained, certified, I mean, super high-powered sniper. Because for him to be on that building and for him to actually hit him in the neck with the bullet, sounds sad as it is, that had to be somebody who had a whole lot of training, y'all. But y'all, let's continue.
The rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon. Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis. Now, I understand there are a lot of questions about motive. I assure you that all leads, tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that.
Wow.
The FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation. The FBI's mission is to protect the American people. It's to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Any attack on the First Amendment is an attack on the very foundation of our democracy. That is why we will relentlessly pursue this case and the shooter until we find him.
Wow.
We also continue to grieve with the family and the community. It's our community. If you have any video or images from the shooting, we ask you to please submit them to our digital media tip website at www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley Shooting.
So it was a high-powered rifle. A high-powered rifle that this person used, y'all. This is unbelievable.
You can also call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. We truly rely on the public's help in these types of cases.
Hey, Bougie Barbie, welcome in. Y'all, can y'all believe like how I'm like so in shock as to how this person like really zoomed in at a crowd. And I'm glad, you know, it's sad to say that, you know, nobody deserved to lose their life, but I'm glad nobody else got hurt, because it could have been more of a tragic situation. I don't even know how many rounds were fired, but y'all, let's continue to listen. This is a lot.
And no tip is too small or insignificant. Thank you.
We are listening to state and federal officials brief the media here, and we'll keep our ear on this, see if we elicit some more information here. But some big developments. Tom Winters here with me. First of all, they found the weapon, they believe, a high-powered rifle, footwear imprints, forearm imprints, and most crucially, perhaps, Tom, video that they describe as good video of this suspect that they are not yet releasing.
That's right. It says to me, and based on what we heard from Utah's director of the Department of Public Safety, it appears that they're going to use some technology, as he put it. I think we should look into that and say probably facial recognition.
Let's listen to see if we get a bit more here.
We're not releasing many details right now, and we will soon. But right now we're not. But that individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual. If we're unsuccessful in identifying them immediately, we will reach out for the public's help and the media's help in pushing those photos. That was a new development overnight, working through the night and studying those cameras. So that's something that's new and that we're working through right now. As far as the security, I cannot speak to that. Neither the Department of Public Safety nor the Federal Bureau.
See, they're saying that there was no security. And y'all, as you guys know, let me turn the camera. You guys, as we all know, when we go to concerts, when we go to public events, usually there's like police around. They, maybe somewhere, maybe far few in between, but there is normally police, and especially at a big event. There was 2,000 to 3,000 students there. There was no reason not to have a police there. You don't know all them people, what will, transpire. But y'all, let's continue listening to this press conference.
Of investigation was involved in the planning or security of this event, and that'll have to be a question later for other agencies.
So that's a good question, and it's a question that goes to the safety of the community, right? No, not in those woods. We walked through those woods and secured it. As to the community, I can tell you that this was a targeted event. We don't believe that the community is at risk. However,
hey, the true fella, how are you?
Every resource to find him, and we will do so.
And probably so.
At the BBC, from the images you have, can you see clearly the suspect's face? You say he's college age. Do you believe he was from this university? And how far do you think he may have gone in this time?
So I can't comment specifically on his face or any details such as that, as it's continuing to be a part of the investigation. And again, we'll release that shortly. However, we're doing everything we can to find him, and we're not sure how far he has gone yet, but we will do our best.
Do you have a clear image of his face?
We have images of the suspect.
Can you trace the bump to owner?
Now that you've been able to recover, do you believe you know this person is the person that you're looking for?
Again, as part of the investigation, we're not releasing any details such as that right now. We are exhausting all of our resources to be able to collect those, but that's, again, part of the investigation.
Have you been able to trace back the owner of the gun? You said you found the weapon. Have you been able to trace back the owner of that weapon?
We are working on that, but again, part of the investigation that I can't release.
There's been a lot of turnover at the FBI. Do you think that's impacting?
Not at all. We've got complete and total support from everyone, from the director on down, and it's been an incredible supportive environment so far.
Our tweet training one yesterday useful though, where we announced the suspect.
All I can say is that we're working the investigation the best we have with the environment we're given. So thank you.
Wow, y'all. And with all of that, those like buildings over there, they should have got some great footage. Y'all know there's people got Ring cameras. They got cameras around their businesses. So there should have been able to pull a lot of surveillance from the surrounding areas to see who it was. They could zoom in. They can get, all kind of intel off of them cameras. But y'all, let's continue.
Right, so a lot of revelations there from the officials in Utah briefing on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, conservative commentator. The biggest point to note is that the suspect is still at large. However, Tom Winter, who joins me now, they've got some pretty big leads. These are major developments. They've got what they consider to be good visual of the suspect in terms of some kind of surveillance video. and the weapon. And that potentially could be a big lead in terms of identifying.
100%. This isn't somebody that phoned in and said, well, I might have a relative, somebody's missing. All that information can be helpful. This is derived by evidence. So a couple of key things here right now. They found the weapon that they believe is responsible for this.
And look at how they are scraping and scrambling, y'all. This is sad. This is sad and crazy.
Shooter used, so that could be used to trace back to who purchased that. Is it in fact the shooter themselves, or other information that can be helpful with respect to tracing that? You know that individual no longer has that rifle. That's also important information to know. The big thing is backing it up. They have a timeline. They know when this person got on campus. They're able to track this individual, according to officials there, through the stairwells, up onto the roof. They know he jumped off of the roof. And
wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Individual no longer has that rifle. That's also important.
Hold on, you guys. I seen something. I don't know if this is something on the roof, but hold on. Let me turn the camera a little bit more this way because it looked like somebody was on the roof trying to run. Hold on. Let me see if I seen that right. Let's play that back. Hold up.
And said, well, I might have a relative, somebody's missing. All that information can be helpful. This is derived by evidence. So a couple of key things here right now. They found the weapon that they believe is responsible for this, that the shooter used. So that could be used to trace back to who purchased that. Is it in fact the shooter?
Okay, celebrity. I thought,
or other information that can be helpful with respect to tracing that. You know that individual no longer has that rifle. That's also important information to know. The big thing is backing it up. They have a timeline. They know when this person got on campus.
Okay, Jerry. Thank you.
This individual, according to
wait a minute. Okay, do y'all see this right here? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me fix my camera. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all like, oh my goodness, I just seen that when I just barely caught this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Check this out. Do y'all see right here? Let me see. Do y'all see right here? Watch this. Check this out, y'all. Check this out.
Officials there through the stairwells up onto the roof. They know he jumped off of the roof and started to flee into a neighborhood. And
wow.
The ring cameras. Every house now kind of has some.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's what he's saying too about the ring cameras. Everybody has ring cameras and every business has cameras these days.
Sort of a camera or surveillance thing, and typically to track who's at your front door, who's dropping off packages. But the key, we've seen this time and again in investigations over the last year, 18 months, where that type of what's called a video canvas, going literally door to door, shoe leather detective work, can find images, and you can really track where somebody is. They said good images. They did not answer whether or not they have a shot of his face, but then they mentioned technology, Savannah, as we were discussing earlier. Sure sounds like they want to use some facial recognition and other tools to try to be able to find this person before they do anything else.
And what they didn't say is that whether or not they know or have a good guess as to the identity of this individual, they're clearly not going to tell the public at this point as they're working this case. NBC's Morgan Chesky at the scene. Utah Valley University has seen that college students shaken, the school closed for the rest of the week, and yet the officials are saying it's not considered a threat to the community because this is a targeted attack, Morgan.
Wow.
Yeah, Savannah, they're calling it a targeted attack.
So they are calling this a targeted attack. So they really wanted to take him out. This is crazy, y'all.
Attack, and they say that right now they don't believe this community at large is at risk from that shooter that opened fire just yesterday at, again, 12:20. And I think what's so striking here, Savannah, is the fact that we can now piece together this timeline somewhat. He arrived on campus at 11:52 a.m. A student I spoke to last night, Savannah, said that this amphitheater where Kirk was shot was just on the other side of this building behind me. He said,
oh, wow. So do y'all see that? It says shots fired from up here. Oh my goodness. And there had to be cameras all up in here. There had to be cameras all up in here that was able to capture this situation. This is crazy, y'all.
That this event, whether you liked Kirk or not, or agreed with his politics or not, was well known across the entire campus. There were signs up.
Oh, Bronze, we're gonna get into that next, you guys. They're saying that the HBCUs have been on lockdown. And Celebrity Scandalous, she's in the building. Smash the like button, you guys. Check her page out. She said her daughter goes to Hampton I believe it's Hampton. Correct me if I'm wrong, celebrity scandalous. Her daughter goes to Hampton and they send her a lockdown letter or something like that. So y'all, this is trickling over to the HBCUs because of this situation. They don't want no students to go to the HBCUs. So let's continue. This is crazy. My baby Jamil says his body just landed in Arizona. Oh, snap. Okay, y'all, this is only a few more minutes. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let's go ahead and switch this up. Hold up, you guys. Let's kind of switch this up because that video was about to end anyway. They said that his body is about to land in Arizona, and they're live doing that coverage right now. So let's switch over to that, you guys. This is crazy. Smash the like button, y'all. Smash the like button. So this is the footage that is live, actually too, also live, and this is what's going down. They are saying that his body is hold on just a second. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold up, swole up. Hold up. Hold up. Let me just put this in here real quick. His body landed in Arizona reminds me of Emmett Till. Okay, yes, right? This is crazy. Hold on. Okay. Hold up.
Look at. And that is what we believe is going to happen
Okay.
here momentarily.
Hold up.
So many people waiting for this moment. Like we've said, so many people wanted to be here, right here, when Charlie Kirk arrived in Phoenix. And so we are waiting to see.
Where?
Just to give backtrack
Yeah,
a little bit.
this right here?
Yesterday, we got the notice of the second family, Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife,
Emmett Till,
going to travel
yeah.
to Salt Lake City, and that's why where they were going to visit with Charlie Kirk's family and a number of close friends, and then.
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why this stopped. Hold on, you guys. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
The body of Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated yesterday, 31 years old, while holding a forum at Utah Valley University shortly after noon. And then we knew that they were going to fly to Phoenix, and this is where Turning Point USA is headquartered in Phoenix, Arizona. And so we've been awaiting this for some time, and earlier this morning, we started getting more information about timing, and they left Salt Lake City just a few hours ago. But as we've been tracking that plane, Air Force 2, we know that it has been moving quickly, and so we had estimated their arrival time at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. They made that in plenty of time before that.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the Vice President J.D. Vance actually posted on X about 20 hours ago talking about the origin of his friendship with Charlie Kirk, and I'll read a little bit about that as we await the casket to be brought out of Air Force 2, but Vice President wrote a while ago, probably in 2017, I appeared on Tucker Carlson's show to talk about God knows what. Afterward, a name I barely knew sent me a DM on Twitter and told me I did a great job. It was Charlie Kirk, and that moment of kindness began a friendship that lasted until today.
And we know he became very good friends with President Donald Trump. We have some flowers leaving Air Force 2 right now, being removed and definitely brought off that plane. But
oh, wow.
I was talking about this yesterday in the newsroom when President Donald Trump had one of his last campaign rallies here at Desert Diamond Arena.
So Air Force 2 is the one who carried his body to Arizona, y'all.
He spoke so highly of Charlie Kirk. In fact, when he took that stage, he couldn't say enough kind words about Charlie Kirk. And remember, Turning Point USA, they were the host of that event. But as I was mentioning to people yesterday, Charlie Kirk did speak at that event. He got loud applause, and people were, screaming his name and stuff. And immediately after leaving that stage, he had a crew of people, his security team, moving him through that arena, and people were going out of their way to shake his hand and meet him. And immediately after the rally, when the arena had already cleared out, he held his own mini rally with the people who he had gathered for that event, because he was known for reaching out to the younger generation and really supporting that ground game for President Trump, for people to
I guess they're bringing him out, y'all.
And get people registered.
They bringing him out.
As we continue to take
a look at the casket being removed here from Air Force Two, being brought back to Arizona from Salt Lake City, Utah, where Charlie Kirk was assassinated yesterday. The thing that a lot of people are talking about is his willingness to go into what were sometimes hostile crowds and to, as you were saying, Javier, earlier, say, debate me. Let's have a debate about the ideas. And he was not afraid to go out there and take on people who had different opinions. Now, he had sometimes very controversial opinions himself. And, many people are vehemently opposed to some of the ideas that he supported and what he did. But certainly the events of yesterday were horrific.
FBA says the man in the White House had him knocked off. This is what a lot of people are saying. I mean, do y'all believe that to be, do y'all believe that too? I mean, put a yes or put a no in the chat. Do y'all think the man in the White House, was the reason why he is in a casket now? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I got some yeses. Okay.
We're going to watch as they remove this casket from Air Force Two, and it's hard to make out where they're headed or how they're going to bring it down. I would imagine some sort of lift. And so this is the first time we're seeing that casket in the body of Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated yesterday, 31 years old. Leaves behind a wife, Erica, who is a former Miss Arizona, and 2 young kids.
Wow.
And that's
so y'all, that's his body coming from Utah to Arizona. But next we're gonna talk about the HBCUs. Why are they saying that this situation affects the HBCUs? So let's go ahead and go to the HBCU video and show you guys why they're saying that this is affecting the HBCUs. Let me pull it back. Let me hold on real quick, you guys. Let me see. So it's a real short clip, but they are saying that this has affected the HBCUs for whatever reason. So they have a Spelman College.
And universities across the country are currently under lockdown after a slew of threats that were.
Hold up, y'all. So let's go ahead and replay this. Let me rewind it just a little bit. Spelman is the one, but I know there's other HBCUs that are also following suit with this situation. Oh, hold on, you guys. I don't know why my hold on, you guys. Hold on. I don't know what in the world is going on. Hold on just a second, y'all. I don't know what is wrong with my laptop. It's acting up. Okay, let me see if it's gonna act right. Okay.
After a slew of threats that were called in today. Moments ago, Spelman College announcing a shelter in place over the threats, including at Clark Atlanta University, which is near their campus.
Other HBCUs receiving threats today: Hampton University, Virginia State University, Alabama University, Bethune-Cookman University, and Southern University. The schools urging students to remain vigilant, saying these lockdowns will be in place until further notice. NBC News correspondent Stephen Romo is following the latest for us. It seems, Stephen, like we're getting even more campuses that are closing down just upon hearing what the other campuses are choosing to do.
That's true, and to be honest, it's been hard to keep up because we just keep getting new information from new campuses that are shutting down because of concern or because they've received direct threats from this. You mentioned we had Southern University as well. That's in Baton Rouge. Bethune-Cookman, which is in Daytona Beach. And interesting, Spelman University has that shelter-in-place order, but it's actually not received any specific threats, they said, but the close proximity to Clark Atlanta University has made them, out of an abundance of caution, decide to issue a shelter-in-place just because of how close they are. They have said they're also increasing security just in case. We have statements from the other universities you mentioned as well. Virginia State University, Alabama University, Hampton University, and Hampton, Virginia. All of these statements so far seem pretty similar. They're saying that they have received a threat directly to campus. and they are either asking people to stay off campus or issuing a lockdown order, a shelter-in-place order, so people stay where they are. There is a lot of concern here. Of course, the Charlie Kirk shooting happened on a college campus. We had the Colorado shooting at a high school yesterday as well. The heightened sense of tension is palpable in these students I've seen online replying to this. There's a very real fear. Having lockdowns on campus and these types of threats is not unheard of. It's pretty common. But all of these happening today, specifically at HBCUs, is causing a lot of concern.
Yeah, on top of it being 9/11 as well. It's really a dark day today. Stephen Romo, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We thank you for watching, and remember.
So y'all, they are saying that the HBCUs are on lockdown just because I guess maybe they're basically taking precaution so that nothing happens to the HBCUs, because it seems like it's just going like hand in hand with all of this stuff, because they are bringing up things that he said during some of his interviews. Now let me go to like maybe one of his videos. Charlie, he said some rough stuff, y'all. He really said some rough stuff. And he wasn't, so nice in some of his deliveries, talking bad about black people. Let me see. Talking bad about black people. Let me see. Let me see. Hold up. Where is the volume at? Hold on, y'all. I don't know. Oh.
Stop eliminating people smaller than you. So you're saying I should carry a baby and ruin my collegiate life? How about that?
Okay, hold on. There are some other ones. Hold on just a second. Hold on. So I'm trying to find this one where he was talking about the black airplane pilot. So he said when he gets on the airplane that he asked if the airplane, let me see. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if this is it. Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
And I'm not celebrating this, but I am highlighting it. Charlie Kirk lost his life because of rhetoric. A lot of rhetoric Charlie Kirk helped spread. These are real life consequences. Charlie Kirk, by the way, which is the same Charlie Kirk that when innocent people, including children,
lose
their lives, he said it's worth it. He said it's worth it if children lose their lives as long as he gets to keep his Second Amendment rights. This is the same Charlie Kirk that when Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked, he said a patriot should bail out the attacker.
Wow.
This is what happens when you have tribalized an entire country, so much so that the head of the country pardoned every single person that attacked the country. When the head of the country said that he hates half the country. When he said the Democrats are the enemy of the state. When he said immigrants are poisoning the blood of the country. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? This was inevitable. Again, not celebrating it, highlighting it. He lost his life based off of the hatred he spread. This is what happens when you dehumanize an entire society. So much so to where you don't look at them as human beings and you only judge them based off of what letter is in front of their name. When I tell you, we better wake up. Because only two people in this country have Secret Service protection. 2. The rest of us don't. The rest of us have to live in the real world like Charlie Kirk did. The rest of us need to understand that real life consequences face us. This ain't a tweet. This ain't a podcast. This is real life consequences. And if you don't believe that the head of the country has a ton of shit to do with this, This is the same person that when this podcaster lost his life today, the head of the country that said he hates half the country, that said immigrants are poisoning the blood of society, the same person that called Democrats the enemy of the state, he sent immediate condolences to this podcaster's family. But when Minnesota lawmakers were attacked by people in his party, one of which lost their lives, the head of the country that said he hates half the country said he ain't gonna contact the lawmakers. He said it would be a waste of time. We better wake up. Real life consequences. Charlie Kirk found them out today. This ain't a game. I don't condone violence.
Wow. And hold on, because you guys, there's some more that I wanted to share with you guys. This is let me see. Because I sent my condolences, and then people were saying like the awful things that he was saying. Let me see. Let me see. He was saying some awful things, some really terrible things, y'all. I was shocked. I was really shocked because I sent my condolences out, and then come to find out he was saying like really awful things about black people. And I seen a short that said something to the effect that, you know, if there was a black aircraft a black aircraft pilot, that black pilot, that he was asking them like, basically, are you able to fly this plane or something, like trying to you know, kind of like humiliate him. But y'all, let me hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Because I really want to find this one. Hold up. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on real quick, because I want to show you guys this situation, because I thought it was very, very rude what he said. Humiliated, really the least to say. Here it is right here. Okay, this is just one of the many that I've seen, because they've been floating around today. But y'all, listen to what he says.
So when you see a black pilot, you wonder, boy, is that person there because they earned it or because they were placed there? That's what DEI does. It makes you ask questions you otherwise would not ask.
The airline industry is going to take an unqualified person just based off diversity.
Underqualified, not underqualified.
Unqualified, underqualified, whatever, uncertified, and put them in a cockpit and risk people's lives?
Those are two different things. Under and un are two different things. Of course, United Airlines will not take someone off the side of the street and put them into a pilot. But in order to reach a 40% goal, they might cut corners. They might accelerate the process in order to reach a goal. We know this through all sorts of DEI examinations and projects over the last 10 years. You have to choose in life. Either excellence or racial quotas will end up being the most important. And both cannot simultaneously exist. So when you see a black pilot, you wonder, boy, is that person there?
So y'all, when he said this, I was shocked. Because like I said, I did not know that he had all of these people had a whole bunch of different clips about him talking bad about black people. Like, you know, I was like, this is crazy. I send my condolences to his children, which I feel sorry. Nobody, like I said, deserves to get killed or assassinated because of what he believes in. It's still not right. But what he was saying, I was shocked on the things that we done found out about him, right? I mean, let's be for real. Let's be honest. This situation with him being you know, hold on just a second, you guys. This situation with him being this situation with him saying all these terrible, horrible things about black people, it kind of made me rethink just a little bit. Like, you know, he's saying these things that are humiliating just because it's a black pilot. You're gonna say these awful things. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. My family is mixed with a lot of different races. So you know, when somebody gets cut, we all bleed red, right? I mean, do y'all seen anybody that got cut that bled green blood, purple blood, orange blood? No. It's not, it's never happening in the history of our life, right? Maybe in another lifetime, maybe on another planet, but not here, right? So let's let me see. Let me put another one in because hold on just a second, you guys. I wish I could get, hold on. Let me see. Cuz he said a lot of crazy things. And I didn't know he has like he was like big, you know, of course, a conservative activist. But what he was saying, like I said, it was really, really crazy about what he was saying and how he was saying it, how he was humiliating, you know, Black people. Let me see. I mean, they have all kind of stuff. They call him a racist. Charlie Kirk's racist playbook. Let me see. I don't know what Candace Owens has to say, but there's like a lot of content out there with him and all of his rhetorics, and like I said, calling you know, talking bad about Black people. Let me see. Hold up, y'all. Because the situation is crazy. Hold on. Well, I can't find no more. Maybe I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some shorts. I'll probably do some shorts on some of what people are saying. I mean, Hispanic people are saying what, you know, everybody is saying, just so you guys can get a synopsis of what everybody is saying, because some people are saying that he is a racist. They are saying that he said awful things about Black people, about this, about that. So I just want to get like a whole general synopsis of what he has said during his times, you know, going back and forth with some people. But let me go over here. Let me see. I was trying to find the video. Hold on, you guys. Let me just cue this video, grab this video. So this is the FBI, what the FBI released on the person that he that they say did this. So hold on really quick. Let's go ahead and turn the camera and let's watch this video on what he said, what they say. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, you guys.
$1 million in new client acquisition, and I want to...
Let me skip that. All right, let's wait for it to queue up. The truth, Ali says, Charlie Kirk says Trayvon Martin was hunting George Zimmerman at 2 o'clock in the morning. That is crazy. He's been said a whole lot of stuff. Hold on, you guys. I don't know. Okay, there it goes. What is going on with this?
Hi, I'm Diana Sato. Let's get right to breaking news. The FBI is asking for help identifying this man who they are calling a person of interest in
and now,
conservative.
I don't know, you know what, you know, they, well, first of all, they had an old man. Now they got this guy right here. But y'all, let's continue, because this says FBI releases photo of person of interest in Charlie Kirk shooting death.
Activist Charlie Kirk. Sources tell ABC News ammunition found with the rifle was engraved with messages about transgender issues and anti-fascist ideology. Meanwhile, President Trump says he plans to speak to Kirk's family this afternoon. Our Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas has more on that. Pierre, what's the latest on this photo?
Diane, well, here's what we have and here's what we know. This picture is being put out by the FBI and law enforcement because they believe this is a person that they very much want to talk to.
FBA Kush Boy says, be mad at your own community. Y'all are the ones that put a hole in his neck. I mean, if that's what you believe, my baby Jamil says, smash the like button, everyone. Anonymous says, freedom of opinions until you cross the timeout lines, aka the block party. Y'all be respectful, because one thing for sure, two things for certain, just like Anonymous says, everybody has a booty hole, everybody has an opinion. It just is what it is, right? My baby Jamil says FBA agreed. Yes. So everybody has an opinion, but be respectful about your opinion. It doesn't constitute you going up in the comment box, acting a whole fool, a whole plum, acting like you ain't got no home training. Because my moms will send you to the block party wherever you may lay or wherever you may slay, okay? All right, let's continue.
I'm told by sources it's from surveillance footage in and around the area where the shooting took place. And you can see
Facts,
this
LaShawn.
appears to be a male person wearing sunshades and a baseball cap. The FBI very much wants to talk to that person, and they're asking for the public's help in identifying this person so that they can get access to them and begin to interview them. Again, they want the public's help to identify this person so that they can talk to him. This person is being described to me as a person of interest, someone they very much want to talk to. And Diane, what you see unfolding, what you literally see unfolding, is what we were discussing yesterday, is that the surveillance footage was going to be the key to the case. That's what my law enforcement sources were telling me last night. They believed that when they canvassed the campus and the areas around the campus, that they would be getting images of the suspect moving about, or a person of interest moving about, I should say.
But wait, y'all, wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Do y'all see that there's another person right here? Didn't they say he had a big weapon, like a big old pow? I mean, do y'all see him carrying a weapon anywhere? Y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff be a little suspicious to me. I mean, put a yes or put a no. Do y'all see a weapon in his hand? I mean, over here, it looks like, this person's shirt and arm is blocking, but I don't see no high power pow in his hand. But y'all, let's continue.
This is someone that they think could have information about the attack, and they want to talk to this person.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot. They said that they found the pow. That's right. But when did I wonder when? I guess did he shoot the rifle, the high power rifle, and then like drop it, or did he take it and try to throw it somewhere? I mean, I don't know. But y'all, let's continue.
Yeah, we heard authorities saying this morning that they had good video. In their words, and now it looks like we're seeing some of those images come out.
Oh, okay,
Lord
Omega.
About this rifle that they say they think is the murder weapon, and then that ammunition.
Oh, okay,
It's a bolt
Sharon.
action rifle that was recovered, and there was a spent cartridge still in the chamber. There were also unspent cartridges.
Oh, okay, they're talking about it right now. Okay, I must have missed that. There's like so much going on, but y'all, okay, let's continue to listen.
And when they looked at them, they discovered what law enforcement officials described as writing containing transgender and anti-fascist ideology. That's how law enforcement officials described it. We don't know what that means. And law enforcement officials haven't made clear what that means. They are still working to determine what that means and how it might figure into their investigation. And they are still working on analysis of both the bullets and the gun itself.
And I want to bring in Justice Department reporter Alex Mallon, too, because, Alex, earlier officials revealed some other evidence they found in addition to this gun and ammunition and these images. What's the latest on that stuff, what they've gathered at the scene?
Well, yeah, they said that they made substantial developments in their investigation. They said that they were able to track the path that the shooter took. They say that he perched himself on that rooftop at 11:52. That was about 30 minutes
Hey, Cheryl. Hey,
before the
Nikki.
shot was taken at Charlie Kirk, a fatal shot. And then they traced his route that he took. He jumped off the roof of that building, they say, and then went into a nearby wooded area where obviously you heard Aaron there talking about he appears to have placed that rifle wrapped in a towel and then went through the neighborhood. They said that they spoke to multiple witnesses.
Wait a minute. They say that he wrapped the rifle in a towel. What in the Waka Flocka Flame? Are you serious? Bougie Barbie says at the lounge, I'm wondering if this is a man or a woman. If I wanted to get away with it, I would pretend to be a boy. You know what? That sounds about right, right? I mean, y'all remember last week there was a transgender that shot up the school? And I mean, maybe it's some type of reaction to like the LGBTQ, because that just seems so suspicious to me. Because like I said, last week it was a transgender, lady who shot up the school, a trans, and then maybe you're right, Bougie Barbie, that may be a woman or trans person, like maybe a trans female or trans male, I don't know, but maybe they're like, what I'm saying, trying to switch what they, I don't know. I'm just thinking, because I'm turning into like a whole conspiracy theorist with this situation, you guys, because a lot of stuff is not adding up, and I'm not the only one, and maybe y'all in the building are saying the same thing, how suspicious a lot of these things are, because it just like some things is just not adding up now, y'all. But let's continue.
The neighbors in that neighborhood to try and get their Ring camera doorbell footage to see if they could further track his path that he took after carrying out that shooting. But obviously, based on the comments at that news conference, we heard from the FBI official there, they said that they did not anticipate having to release any more footage of this individual. And now we hear, obviously, Pierre saying that they have released those 2 pictures. So it's unclear whether that means that they have any less confidence than they had 3 hours ago, or less progress made towards tracking this individual down, Diane.
And again, as Pierre pointed out, what we're seeing here on the screen are images now just put out by the FBI of a person. They're calling a person of
Oh,
interest,
wait,
someone
hold on. Somebody says that's a woman. Sweet Jesus says that's a woman. Y'all think, does it look like maybe she got tatas? I don't know. That is a good question. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this is a woman? Or maybe a trans woman or trans man, or just a woman that kind of dressed like a boy? I mean, what is y'all's thoughts? Somebody said a bulletproof vest. It looks like right here, like the shoulder is a little bulky. Hold on, let me show y'all. With my pointer. Y'all know y'all being in college, they had the little pointers in school. So look at right here. Doesn't that look a little bulky, y'all? That does look a little bulky, like something is, something is up in here. It looks like something is up in here. Let me see right here too. But definitely right here, it looks like there is a bulge in the shoulder. Do y'all see that? Like the bulge is like right here, Okay, backpack. See, y'all, we is dissecting this. Okay, maybe it does look like it's a backpack. Look right here. Do y'all see it's like a lighter color? Like it looks like they got black on, but it does look like this right here could be a strap. Maybe a backpack strap? Y'all are on to something. I tell y'all, we is family over here trying to figure this whole situation out together. But y'all, let's continue.
to talk to in relation to this shooting. And Jacqueline Lee is there on the campus right now. Jacqueline, what's it like there?
Hey, Diane, so it feels very heavy. We're seeing flowers are being put out as we're starting to see this growing memorial outside the university here. And the biggest thing we're hearing from students is it was just seeing the violence play out. So many people, there were thousands of people, more than 3,000 at the event, and they saw.
And y'all, that is a lot of people, 3,000 people at an event for a sniper to like hit Kirk in his neck. Y'all, I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know how these pow-pows and stuff, but this person seems like he had a whole lot of training. This don't seem like somebody just, picked up the rifle and maybe has shot it for like maybe 2 or 3 different times. Oh no, this is somebody who has some type of experience, y'all. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this person is a certified sniper, professional sniper? Put a yes or put a no. For them to go and be exactly calculated in a crowd of 2,000 to 3,000 people, and you specifically honed down and hit a target, which was Kirk, sad to say, but they were something, y'all. They got some skills. I'm just saying, y'all. It's sad. And nobody deserves to pass away, but I'm just saying this person was so precise. And I'm saying that to say this. Remember when Trump had the 3 assassinations last year, attempts on him? And then those people allegedly hit him in his ear. They hit him here, they hit him there, but they did not hit him where I guess it was going to take him out per se, right? But this with Kirk, didn't they hit him from all the way up in the rooftop? All the way in the rooftop, all the way down to him being on stage, y'all. This is crazy.
The bullet enter Charlie's neck and the blood splatter everywhere. People say that has stuck with them, that has scarred them, and it is traumatizing. And on top of that, the shooter is not yet in custody.
And look at the shooter. Look at right here on top of the building. Y'all see the shooter? He looked like just a little peon right here. He is on top of the building. Y'all, this is crazy.
So there is huge fear as to what could be next. People just don't know because unfortunately, whoever did this is still out there. But as we heard, there is hope given that authorities have now released a photo of this person.
Right here, you guys, it does look like they have like a backpack on too. I don't know if you guys can see, it's like a little lump right here too, like better on this side than the last picture. So yeah, they were probably carrying maybe some ammo in there, maybe some drink of water. I mean, maybe maybe a hot toddy. I mean, maybe he got the gin and juice in the bag. I don't know what they got, but they got a backpack on and they got probably some snacks and all kind of stuff. But y'all, let's continue.
And that they have recovered the rifle in the woods in a towel. But the biggest thing is figuring out who did this. Why did they do this? But on campus, it does feel very heavy. Diane.
And our White House correspondent Karen Travers is monitoring the response from the president. And Karen, President Trump says he plans to speak with Kirk's family this afternoon. He also announced he'll award Kirk with the highest civilian honor in the United States. What's the latest there?
That's the President's Medal of Freedom,
celebrity.
Diane, and the President said today during remarks at the Pentagon for the September 11th Remembrance Ceremony that he will be giving that posthumously to Charlie Kirk. He said he'll be announcing soon when that ceremony will take place, but predicted it would be a very large crowd for that honor for Charlie Kirk, who of course is a very influential conservative political activist, somebody who was very important for the president.
And y'all, I can say this, he had a huge TikTok, he had a huge YouTube page, and I did not know this until earlier today. I did not know how many followers he had. He had more followers than Umar Johnson. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Him had more followers than Umar Johnson. But y'all, let's continue.
Getting reelected and having his second term here at the White House. He told reporters he would be speaking to Kirk's family this afternoon. He said his wife is a wonderful woman. Diane, he was asked about the investigation, and he did not have much to say. He said pretty much what you're seeing on TV is what is happening. What you're seeing in the news is what it is. He said there is a manhunt taking place, and we'll see what happens. And Diane, he finished his very brief remarks.
Exactly, celebrity. Celebrity says, why is he getting presidential treatment? We're trying to figure out and find that out too. Shouldn't he been like apprehended, thrown in a car for doing this? I mean, come on now. He should have been straight to the jailhouse. Look, you ain't getting no McDonald's to tell. You ain't getting nothing. Because we know that this is you and you did this. This is crazy, y'all. Let's continue.
By telling reporters, we hope we get him.
So, Pierre, what are you watching for next in this investigation?
Well, I want to be clear, and I want to use the language that they're using in what was posted online, just so our viewers and who are watching will know precisely what the FBI is asking for. Quote, we're asking for the public's help identifying this person of interest in connection with the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk at the Utah Valley University. And they give a 1-800 call FBI digital media tips, https://t.co as the place to reach out with information. So they're obviously hoping that there's somebody in the public that will recognize this person, know who he is, and report them a name so they can go find this person to talk
Wow.
All right, Aaron Katursky, Jacqueline.
The truthful truth says, I heard it was a Mosin I don't know what that is. Wow, this is crazy, y'all. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep you guys. But needless to say, this person is a person of interest, and they're trying to find this person. I know they arrested an older man, and he had his pants. I wish I would have found that, but he had his pants like pulled down. I don't know what, like maybe he didn't wear a belt or something. But I was like, I don't think that old man. We don't know what now. We can't say. But he was an older man, and then they released this. The FBI released this photo of interest of this person. So y'all, it is crazy. It is crazy. But y'all, be careful where y'all go. I mean, you can't go to Walmart. You can't go to the church house. You can't go to the universities, get a speech. You can't go nowhere without keeping your head on a swivel, y'all. In this situation, you guys, 2025, there's been like 11 situations that have been so crazy like this year. But y'all, prayers going out to his family is sad. But y'all, at the same time, nobody deserves to get killed, unalive, assassinated for what they believe in. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. Thank you for stopping in. I'm about to go live with Umar Johnson right after this. I'm gonna click this off, and if y'all want to join me for Umar Johnson, cause y'all, Mary Ann, she snapped out on Umar for that's 3 times, y'all. So we gonna go live right now in like 3.5 seconds. But always, y'all, lead with love, peace, and tranquility, and y'all keep y'all head on a swivel and be safe out there, because it seems like there is nowhere you turn. You can go, down the street, and you're gonna get hurt, or a situation gonna pop off, and you don't even know it. But y'all be careful. Lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And I will see y'all in 3.5 seconds. We're going live if y'all want to join us over there, because Mary Ann crashed out on Umar and she went to the popos on him. She said, Umar, I'm tired of you. You is a ho, 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 Merry Christmas during survival. And I'm going to tell the police on your badunkadunk since you trying to play me. And she said every time he cuts up, she's going live and she going to tell everybody. So y'all, we going to get into it. So love you guys. See y'all in the Umar Johnson live next in 3.5 seconds. Bye-bye.